Hello, it's Reija and welcome to another video. Today I am going to be doing the mid-year book freakout tag. This tag was originally created by Chami, who previously went by Read Like Wildfire and also Earl Grey Books. I will leave both of their channels linked down in the description. And I was tagged by Shannon from That's So Poe. I will leave her video down in the description as well. And today I am going a little bit off the cuff because I didn't prepare any answers, so you will just have to see what I come up with as I go. Let's get started. So the first prompt is the best book I've read so far this year, and I would have to say that probably The Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo has been one of my favorites so far. It was just really very good. I loved the characters. I felt that the story was very engaging. It had some really amazing representation that really spoke to me. And even though the book was kind of melodramatic at times, it just kept me engaged the whole way through, and I really liked that. Another favorite would be The Traitor Baru Cormorant. I really liked the first book in that series. It was definitely a 5-star read for me. I was hooked from start to finish, and yeah, that was just a really good time. The next prompt is best sequel, and have I read any sequels like this year? I mean, I could say that pretty much every volume of The Promised Neverland by Kaiju Shirai and Posuke Demisu has been consistently upping the stakes and getting better and better as the series has gone along. But you know, if I wanted to go with an actual book, have I read any sequels this year? The Wundersmith, the Calling of Morrigan Crow by Jessica Townsend has been the best book sequel that I've read this year. I thought that it did a lot of things better than the first book. It improved on a lot of fronts. The stakes were very high. I loved the further exploration of Morrigan's character, and I feel like the series is going in interesting directions. So yeah, I would go with that. Next prompt is new release I haven't read yet but want to. I'm gonna go with Conspiracy of Truths by Alexandra Rowland. I pre-ordered that book before it came out, and it's been on my shelves for the past few months, and I really want to get to it soon. And yeah, that's probably one of the books. And also Spin the Dawn came out today, and I'm waiting to get that from the library. That's by Elizabeth Lim. So those are two recent releases of this year that I want to get to. And then the next prompt is most anticipated read for the second half of the year, and I'm gonna be a sheep and go with Gideon the Ninth like the rest of the book internet. I'm just really excited for this. I actually pre-ordered it, even though I'm technically still in a book buying ban, but I saw that the first release is gonna be an all black hardcover with black sprayed edges, and I just, you know, I'm a sucker for aesthetics, so that one is my most anticipated read for the second half of the year. And then we go to biggest disappointments, and I will actually let you decide. Is it more disappointing to go from having rated the first book in a series 5 stars to then read the sequel and rate it 3 stars, or to anticipate a new release only to get it in your hands, read it, and be thoroughly disappointed in it? I will let you decide which one is worse, so here are, you know, the two contenders for that one. Next prompt is biggest surprise, and I don't know, I really haven't had all that many like huge surprises. Like, I was expecting Evelyn Hugo to be good. I was expecting The Hate You Give be good. So I don't know if there's been any like super like surprising reads for me this year. Oh, I might go with Royal Assassin by Robin Hobb, because I rated the first book in that series 3 stars, and I was expecting, you know, to quite like the next ones, but I wasn't like super enthralled with the series. So reading Royal Assassin and, you know, experiencing that world again really hooked me, and it was just a really raw and like emotional experience. So I will go with that one. Royal Assassin by Robin Hobb has been my biggest surprise this year. And the next prompt is favorite new author, and for this I will go with Taylor Jenkins Reid, because I, you know, listened to The 7 Husbands of Evelyn Hugo, and I listened to Daisy Jones and the Six, and I really liked both of them, and I'm quite interested in what she does next, and I'm intrigued to read her back catalogue. So I would say that Taylor Jenkins Reid is a new favorite author. And the next prompt is newest fictional crush, and I usually wouldn't answer this question, but I actually did have a crush on a character this year because I was just so emotionally gripped by them, and that is Baru Cormorant. I loved that character, but unfortunately, as of the second book, we have officially broken up, and your guess is as good as anyone's as to who will be my next fictional crush. I don't usually get them, and I think that Baru has officially burnt that bridge for me. Number 9 is newest favorite character, and I have so many. Evelyn Hugo is one. I really warmed up to Fitch Chivalry Farseer and Verity Farseer in Royal Assassin. Any character from The Promised Neverland, basically. Emma is my absolute favorite, but I also like Ray. I just have many favorite characters this year. This has been a very good year for characters so far. I've been really loving many of the characters that I've read about. Morrigan Crow, another good example. So yeah, good year for characters. A book that made me cry, Royal Assassin by Robin Hobb, and I think that's pretty much the only one. I get emotionally moved by books, but I usually don't cry a lot. Book that made me happy. I've been really happy about The Promised Neverland this year. That has been constantly a series that has just elevated itself, and I've been loving reading it. Another one would be my reread of My Little Monster by Robiko. I would also say that Spinning Silver by Naomi Novik, even though I wasn't like full on board with it and didn't like fully love it, but I feel like that book still had a lot of really good elements and I had fun reading it, so I would say that made me happy as well. Next one is favorite book to film adaptation, and I haven't actually seen a lot of book to film adaptations this year. I've seen the Marvel movies and I've seen Into the Spider-Verse, which are basically comic book adaptations, and from those I would say that Into the Spider-Verse has been my favorite to watch this year. It was just super fun. It like did some really cool things with animation. It's basically like animation porn, and I was here for it. And yeah, I really like that one. Next prompt is favorite video I've done this year. Favorite video I've done this year. I'd say that I've been really happy with my wrap-ups for the year. I feel like I have managed to discuss the books in a way that has I feel like my analysis has elevated from last year. I've gotten a little bit better at reviewing stuff. So yeah, I would say that I'm proud of my wrap-ups for this year. Next prompt is the most beautiful book that I've received or acquired this year, and I will have to say none, because I haven't been buying books all that much. Like I think I've bought 5 books this year, and all of those have been like trade paperbacks, so I wouldn't count them as being like super beautiful. So yeah, I'm gonna go with none. I've been pretty steadfast in my like book buying ban. And the last prompt is book that I need to read by the end of the year, and I am gonna go with The Guns of Avalon by Roger Zelazny, because I am this far behind on my buddy read on the series. Everyone else is like on book 3 or book 4 at this point, and I'm like still drudging along somewhere after book 1, and I really need to read the second one so I can move on and talk with the other people in our group about the books. So yeah, that's the one I'm gonna go with, Guns of Avalon. And there you have it. This has been my take on the mid-year book freakout tag. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please consider giving it a thumbs up. Thanks so much, Shannon, for tagging me, and I will see you in another video very soon. Bye bye!